All right, this is the set review with starting with now we're on from blue cards onto black cards, starting with the black commons. Death Knell Berserker, one in a black, 2/2. Whenever it dies, if its power is 3 or greater, create a 2/2. No. No. That's a pass. Doomed Traveler was a fan favorite. As a 2 mana 1/1, when it dies, make a 2/2. That is a fan favorite. Everybody loves that card. And I would never play that card. And I think this card's worse than that. So, that's a pass. Demonic Gifts. Until end of turn, target creature gets +2/0 and gains whenever this creature dies. Return it to the battle. Oh, look at that. We have the combo. There was a card called Supernatural Stamina in the same set as Doom Traveler, and everybody loved to put the two of them in their deck, and it was still bad. It was still bad. Yeah, all the other versions of this card all cost 1, right? And I never played those, and this cost 2. So I'll pass on this, I think. I'm in general a big hater of combat tricks in sealed. It's really hard to leave open 2 mana, and it's really hard for this to come up because you have to play it before combat resolves, and your opponent can do things to your creature and make it not work. So this is a pass for me. Yeah, but abnormal endurance put it into play tapped, right? Whenever this creature dies, return to the battlefield under its own control untapped. So this is a pass for me, dog. I mean, Demonic Gifts is closer to playable than Death Knell Berserker is. Dogged Pursuit. At the beginning of your instep, each opponent loses 1 life. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This was Ill-Gotten Gains, right? Is that what it was called? What was the name of that card? Ill-Gotten Inheritance. And that card was a sleeper card. Nobody thought that card was playable until they played 1 game with it. And they're like, oh, this card's bananas. But the thing is, Ill-Gotten Inheritance was a 4 mana, but 4 mana was on your upkeep, right? It was on your upkeep, and it had the sack deal 4, so it was like a lava axe worst case scenario. This is not a lava axe worst case scenario, but it does work on end step instead of upkeep, right? So, well, Ill-Gotten Inheritance also was in a format with Spectacle, right? Yeah. For this to be better than Soul Feast, it takes 4 turns. I think this is a pass. Not having Ill-Gotten Inheritance was like a 9, 8 or a 9 at common in the set it was in. But it had the active, which was 6 mana, sack it, deal 4 to gain 4. And it triggered Spectacle, which was like a mechanic in the set. This does not do it. Subversion, yeah, was it a subversion? I don't think you play this. Because Soul Feast is a card that's 5 mana. Target player loses 4 life, you gain 4 life. You would never play that card. And I think this card is worse than that. It takes 4 turns for this to be better than Soul Feast, and Soul Feast sucks. So that's a hard pass. Turn 4 Dogged Pursuit into turn 5 Dogged Pursuit is GG. It's over. There's no outs. I'm gonna have to roll disbelieve in that one. I'll put it as a 4, and we might come back to it. Well, it's not strictly worse, right? Because this is end step, and the other versions are upkeep, right? Draugr Recruiter. Boasts. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hands. If that boast is 2 or 3, I'm on board. 4? I'm not liking what I see out of black so far. Yeah, to me, this is a 2 mana 2/2. You're totally right. This seems like a 2 mana 2/2 to me, not a 4 mana 3/3. A 2 mana 2/2, like I might be willing to buy with this one selling at 2 mana 2/2. Nah, this is Dread Rider, 6 mana 3/7. Exile a creature card from your graveyard Target opponent loses 3 life. What? It's a pretty good finisher for a board stall. Like, this almost feels like a 6 mana 3/7 like vigilance unblockable. It's either a 3 or a 7. Good one. I'm gonna put this as a 5. I'm willing to believe I might be wrong on this one. Yeah, why isn't this a card from any graveyard? I'm not liking this. Dude, we're 5 cards in and we haven't found a playable. This isn't good. This is not a good sign. Boast. Target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. No. This is worse than a 2 mana 2/2 lifelink by a lot, right? No. No. This isn't even close as good as Child of Night. Yeah, Child of Light was 2 mana 2/1 lifelink, and I'm like, I'd play that card sometimes. Okay. Yeah, you're right. This is more of a 2. Where are the playable black cards? When enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. Ravenous Rats. This is a sideboard card. It's like almost never main deck this card. Yeah, rat. What is going on? We have not found a playable black common. What is going on? We are 7 cards deep. Feed the Serpent. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's an 8. I mean, black is looking worse than white by a lot. It's a 7. Does it cost 4? It being an instant has to matter, right? I mean, final reward, it was a solid 8. And it was 4 and a black for exile a creature or planeswalker. This is cost less, right? Yeah, it's Restless Contempted common. Well, Restless Contempt gains 2 life, but I see what you're saying. This is an 8. There is 0% chance Burglar's Rat is pretty good in this set. I roll to disbelieve. Alright. 3 mana 3/2. 1 is Snow. So 2 mana. Grimdark gets plus 0 and gains Menace. Wait. This was a card they printed before. Right? Wasn't it just 1 Snow to do this before? It might have been. I feel like this is a reprint. Maybe not. But oh, was it it was colorless mana? It might have been colorless mana. I think you're right. But the thing is, colorless mana is the same deal as Snow, right? Because you actually have a few fewer colorless sources than Snow sources, right? Like you didn't open 6 colorless lands in that set, right? You opened like 2 to 4 at most. And you didn't even play 4 because they were lands. You could only play 2 or 3, and you had to like rely on like non-land permanents to produce your colorless mana. I think because this costs 3, I think it's pretty likely you're gonna have between 0 and 1 Snow cards for Snow Matters. Although late game it does become like it's probably gonna be on turn 6 or turn 7. It's probably gonna be like a 5/2 Menace. But I mean, I think it's either a 6 or a 7, right? We'll call it a 7. I think it's most likely a 6, though. Because if you don't have a Snow land, it's a 3/2 no text. I'm gonna call this a 6. There's no. This would be a 6 in every color but black. Yeah. Infernal Pet. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a counter on an Infernal Pet and it gains flying. Black is so desperate. What is going on? I think there's a good chance this is a 4/4. I'm gonna put it as 6. There's a good chance you can make this a 4/4. If you play this on turn 3, it'll be a 4/4, right? Jarl of the Forsaken. Flash 4 mana 3/2. Whenever it enters the battlefield, destroy a target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Alright. This was a card they printed before that didn't have Flash or Foretell, right? Right? Wasn't this in that? Yeah, it was Deadeye Tracker. Is a 4 mana 4/2 Flash, right? Oh, this card is way worse than that. Oh no. Oh, it was Lurking Deadeye? Did Vraska's Finisher not have Flash? Oh, this can hit Planeswalkers. Oh yeah, Lurking Deadeye. Enters the battlefield, destroy target creature that was... Okay, Lurking Deadeye was super bad because it doesn't say opponents. If you flash it in and your opponent damaged your creature, you just offed your own creature. It wasn't optional. This is only in opponent controls. They learned their lesson. But I'm not sure Lurking Deadeye is not. I think the fact that Lurking Deadeye is a 4/2 it makes it better than this. Like I'd rather just take a 4-power creature over Foretell, an enemy only, right? I mean, we're not debating. Obviously, if you're playing black, you 100% always play this card. So it's clearly a 7. So I guess we'll just move on. I mean, black sucks. You'll play whatever you have. Enters the battlefield up to 2 target creatures. Each gets +1/0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. This card was a 5-mana 4/4 that only gave 1 creature, and this is 2, right? This is good. Yeah, Rage-Scar Berserker. Rage-Scar Berserker was good. Yeah, Rage-Scar Berserker just like pushed through 5 damage all the time. Oh, the other one was a 5/4? I think this could push through 2 creatures, right? Yeah. I like this. I mean, it's a 7. I think you're black, you're always going to play this. Dude. Look at this. Look at this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, chat. Whenever it dies, if it has power 3 or greater, create a 2/2. What? It has indestructible. It can't die. What is going on? The dissonance at common and black. You call it anti-synergy. I call it dissonance. All right. Trapped in a realm of dead flesh and scarce hunting, the ravenous wolves of Carfell follow the dread Marn to warm game. All right. All right. 3 mana, 3/1 lifelink. When it dies, each player mills 3 cards. Okay, wait. Wasn't there a 3 mana, 3/1 lifelink before? No. This was a card already, right? Wasn't this a no. It was a 3 mana 3/1. If it dies, each player discards a card. Is that what it was? Might be what it was. Yeah. Yeah. This is filler. I mean, obviously, if you're in looking for this, you'll play it. This is, dude. This is bad. Black is desperate. It's pretty good with Carnal Kennelmaster, I'll admit that. Priest of the Haunted Edge. Sacrifice Priest of the Haunted Edge. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn, where X is the number of snowlands you control. Alright, so on turn 5, it's going to get -2/-2. I mean, I guess it's an 0/4. It doesn't even look at snow permanents, it looks like snow lands. No, it's sacrifice. This is... No. Why does it just count snow permanents? Why does it have to be snow lands? Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Return 2 target creatures from your graveyard that share a creature type. Okay. Yeah. What? I mean, this card is a lot better with Come As Faithful, right? So... It is an instant. Yeah, it being an instant is a big deal. It is a big deal. I'll call it a 6. You're almost always going to play it if you're black. Dude, black is atrocious. Black is atrocious. Skull Raid. Target opponent discards 2 cards. If fewer than 2 cards are discarded in this way, you draw cards equal to the difference. Okay. So, okay. I kind of like it. It's like okay in multiples. I mean, 4-mana divinations. You can foretell. I mean, yeah. The thing is, 4 mana is a lot to pay for this effect. Obviously, 2 and 2 is a lot less than 4. But it is a decent sealed card for sure. We'll call it a 6, or you don't play in all your black decks, but you probably And you won't play all the ones that you open, but you'll probably play one and be happy and be like, okay, this is fine. Oh, well, I'm not gonna say you're gonna be happy. You're not gonna be happy. But as an additional cost to cast this spell, sack a creature. Draw 2 cards. This is a type of card I would never play. The art is awesome. I hate these types of effects. I think this is a really good sideboard card. I'm gonna put it as a 5. Yeah, these types of effects are almost never good for sealed. This is a reprint, so. No, Dark Nation, this is a reprint. It wasn't good before, it's not good now. So it's a sideboard, yeah, exactly. It's a 5. It's a really good sideboard card against decks that have passivisms. As an additional cost to cast this spell, exile a creature card from your graveyard. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. It's sorcery. It's sorcery. Are you for real? I'll call it a 5 because you would board this in against if it was like a creature versus creature deck and there's a lot of trading going on. You'd board this in. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature has base power 0, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life unless you sacrifice this creature. Okay. This is not Stab Wound. Stab Wound was a freaking 9. Maybe Stab Wound was a 9 out of 10 common removal spell. Let's not talk about Stab Wound. That card was a nightmare. Yeah, this is not Stab Wound. It's not even close. What is this? Is like, this is a slime bind that they can. It's a sorcery speed slime bind that they can get out of it by sacking their creature to rebuy it, right? I mean, black is so bad. Black is so bad. Holy moly. You play it. It's a 6 minimum. You always play this card, right? Like, if you have 3 of these, you play all 3. It's like, there isn't a spot where you're not going to play this card. But you're not happy about it. It is an aura, though, right? There's Aura's Matters cards? Wait a minute. There's Aura's Matters cards, right? That cost 2 or less? Okay, wait a minute. It's better than Raven Form? You might be right. I put Raven Form as 5.5. I put this as a 6. I think it's a solid 6. It might be a 7. It might be a 7, actually. When I say, is it has Aura Synergies cards, right? And like I said, if you open 3 of these, you would just play all 3. Right? So like, that has to mean something, that you'll play as many as you open. I'm gonna put it as a 7. I'm gonna put it as a 7. Yeah, just the fact that you will actually play every single one of these you open, I think that's just a 7. Yeah, I would totally grumble about it. I would totally grumble about playing 3 of these, but I mean, I'd do it. Alright. It's not a solid 7. It's like a 6.8. But I'll give it a 7. Dude, black is heinous. Alright, let's look at, like, what's the average for black? What is the average for black? 103. Oh my god, you're right. Alright. White is 94. And then black is 103. Oh my god, white is bad. Maybe we overrated a few of these black cards. Maybe we overrated some of these. Yeah, I think we overrated, like, I think this guy is like an actual 3. I think this guy is like probably a 3. I don't know, but this is a 5. I might have underrated this. This is so scary. This is a really scary card, especially in multiples, right? Because it works on the beginning of your end step, so that's a really scary effect to have. This is poo, right? This is just bad. This is just bad. I want nothing to do with this. This may be a 4. No. This is just a 1. This is just a 1. This is a 5. In the Surveil set, the Burglar Rats was a really good sideboard card. It was a really good sideboard. I'll put it as a 5. It was really, really good in the sideboard. So, it has good creature types. which Burglar Rat did not have. This is closer to a 5.5 than a 5. Feed the Serpent. Grim Draugr. Yeah, Grim Draugr's a 6. Infernal Pet. I think Infernal Pet's a 6. Draw the Forsaken. Draw the Forsaken is a solid 7. I think this is a solid 7. I think this is a solid 6. Like, you don't, if you open 3 of them, you don't play all 3 of them, but you'll play one. Like, you're not gonna hate it. It'll be fine. Assuming that you have Raise the Draugr in your deck, right? Priest of the Haunted Edge is a 2. You're right. It's actually, yeah, it's a 2. You're right. This might be, this is probably a closer to a 7. I think I'm underestimating the return 2 creature cards to share a creature type. You think I'm underrating Skull Raid? Dude, it's 4 mana. It's 4 mana that's worse than Brain Bite, which was a marginally playable card. So Brain Bite in the past was 2 blue-black. Look at target player's hand. They discard a card and you draw a card. That was it was in Shard's block. And that card was like medium. Like straight medium minus. Like a straight 6 or a 5 card. And I think this card's worse than that. I don't think the Foretell doesn't matter because the Foretell on this doesn't make it cheaper. It's not remotely comparable to Consult the Necrosages. Good lord, Card Bandit. You should off yourself. You should ban yourself for 10 minutes for daring to pollute my chat with such. How dare you? Consult the Necrosages was 1 blue-black. Target player draws 2 or target player discards 2. You choose one. Dude, it's not even close. You don't understand Foretell? You mean like how to evaluate it or like you don't know what it does? If you don't know what it does, you can pay 2 mana to morph it face down, right? And not this turn, but any other turn, you can play it for the Foretell cost at the normal time. So, if I have 4 mana and I Foretell this, I can't play it. I have to play it on another turn. Look, I put Skull Raid as a 6, which means it's a marginally playable card. If you open 3, you wouldn't play 3, right? I mean, if you open 3, you might play 1. You're not going to play 2 or 3 of these cards, are you? I mean, 4 mana Sorcerer Speed Divot like Inspirations are like I don't know about that. At worst, this is a 7, and I'm not that far off. That's Village Rites is a no. Way Down is a no. There's just no way. I think Elder Fang is a 6. I don't. I'm not gonna play Ravenous Rats in Limited and Sealed. I'm just not gonna do it. You can do it, I won't. And I'll see you in the winner's bracket. I'm just saying. I agree that if you have like 2 or 3 Raise the Draugrs, look, if you have 2 or 3 Raise the Draugrs, it's situationally great. Alright, look. It's a 5.5, alright? There are times you would play it. Let's just compromise and call it a 5.5. You think Wither Crown's a solid 6? I think the comment that you would, if you open 3 Wither Crowns, you play all 3, that to me that means it's a 7. I think if you're a 6 and you open 3 of a card, you would not play all 3. So I think it's just what it is. I think it's an actual solid 7. All right, so now black is 98.5, and then this is 94. So black is somehow better than white. At the end, we'll go over the cards to see if we overrated or underrated stuff. But that's black commons.